Hey there, English learners. Are you tired of feeling stuck when trying to speak or understand English? Don't worry, you're not alone. Learning English doesn't have to be boring, stressful, or confusing. In fact, it can be fun, easy, and exciting if you do it the right way. In this video, I'm going to share simple and powerful tips that helped me learn English from zero. And trust me, if I could do it, you definitely can too. So, grab your notebook, get comfy, and make sure to watch until the end. Let's start this journey together. And remember, you're already one step closer to speaking English with confidence. Let me start by saying this. Learning English doesn't have to be hard. Many people feel nervous or overwhelmed when they think about learning a new language. I used to feel that way too. When I was a kid, I didn't understand a single word of English. Every time I heard someone speaking it, I felt lost and honestly, a little scared. But everything changed when I discovered a simple habit: listening to English stories every day. At first, I didn't understand much, but I kept listening. Day by day, things started to make sense. The words became familiar, the sentences clearer, and most importantly, I stopped being afraid. That's when I realized something powerful. Listening is the key to learning. It helps you hear how words sound, how sentences flow, and how real people speak. You don't need to understand everything right away. Just start listening to stories, songs, or even cartoons. Your brain will do the rest. So, if you're just starting out or feel stuck, start by listening. It's the first step to making English a natural part of your life. Keep watching. I've got more helpful tips coming your way. One of the best ways to start learning English is by listening every single day. It might sound simple, but trust me, it works. When I first started learning, I didn't study grammar rules or memorize long vocabulary lists. Instead, I just listened. I listened to English stories, songs, news reports, anything I could find. At first, I didn't understand everything, and that's okay. The point is to get your ears used to the sounds of English. Listening helps you in 3 powerful ways. First, you learn new words naturally, the way children learn language. Second, you start to pick up correct pronunciation without even trying. And third, you begin to understand how words are used in real-life sentences. So, whether it's a short podcast, a YouTube video, or a children's audiobook, just press play. Even if you only understand 10%, you're still improving. Do it daily, and you'll be amazed by how much you can absorb without studying. But listening is just one side of the coin. To truly learn a language, you have to speak it. A lot of learners are afraid to speak because they don't want to make mistakes. I get it. I felt the same way. But here's the truth. Mistakes are how you grow. If you wait until you're perfect, you'll never speak. Start small. Repeat sentences you hear in videos. Talk to yourself in English when you're alone. Say things like, "I am brushing my teeth," or "It's a sunny day." It might feel silly, but it works. And if you have a friend who's also learning English, practice speaking together. The more you speak, the more confident you'll become. So don't be shy. Use your voice. You're not just learning English. You're building a new skill that can change your life. If listening and speaking help you sound more natural in English, then reading and writing are what help you grow deeper. They are like exercise for your brain. And the best part, you can do them anytime, anywhere. Let's start with reading. Reading in English is one of the easiest and most enjoyable ways to learn new words and understand how sentences work. You don't need to start with big, difficult books. In fact, it's better to start small. Choose simple books, maybe children's books or short stories with pictures. Pictures help you guess the meaning of words, and the stories are usually easy to follow. When I first started reading in English, I picked up a story about a lost cat. It was short, fun, and easy to understand. But I learned so many new words from it. Little by little, my reading got better, and I even began to enjoy English more. Now let's talk about writing. Writing helps you use the words you already know. The more you write, the better you become at building sentences. Don't worry about being perfect. Just start with something simple. Write about your day, your family, your school, or your dreams. Anything. A great habit is to keep a small notebook. Every day, write a few sentences in it. It could be something like, "Today I went to the market. It was sunny. I bought some apples." These small steps build big progress. When you write, you're not just practicing vocabulary, you're building confidence. You're teaching your brain to think in English. So remember, read what you love. Write what you feel. These two habits will help your English grow faster than you expect. Learning English doesn't have to be boring. It can actually be a lot of fun. One of the easiest and most enjoyable ways to improve your English is by watching videos in English. Yes, you read that right. Watching cartoons, movies, or even reality shows can help you learn faster. Why does this work so well? Because when you watch videos, you hear how native speakers really talk. You pick up their pronunciation, tone, and even everyday expressions. Cartoons are great if you're a beginner. The language is simple and easy to follow. As you improve, try watching movies or shows with subtitles. Start with subtitles in your own language, then switch to English subtitles, and eventually, no subtitles at all. I remember watching a cartoon about a funny dog. It made me laugh a lot, but more importantly, I learned new words without even realizing it. So next time you want to relax, skip your usual video in your language and pick something in English. You'll be learning without even trying. Now, let's talk about speaking with others, because real conversation is where the magic happens. You don't need to be perfect to start speaking. You just need to start. Talk with friends who are learning English, join online groups, or chat with native speakers on language exchange apps. I had a friend who spoke English well, and we practiced together almost every day. Sometimes I made mistakes, and she corrected me. But that's how I improved. Speaking with others helps you learn faster, build confidence, and improve your vocabulary naturally. So remember, watch more, talk more, worry less. These two habits will take your English to the next level, one conversation and one video at a time. Let's be honest. Learning a new language takes time. You won't become fluent overnight, and that's completely okay. One of the most important things to remember is to be patient with yourself. Some days you'll feel like you're making great progress. Other days, you might feel stuck or frustrated. But every small step you take is moving you forward. I remember feeling discouraged when I couldn't understand a simple sentence. But instead of quitting, I told myself, it's okay, I'll understand it tomorrow. And guess what? I did. The key is to keep going, even when it feels hard. Celebrate the small wins, like learning a new word, finishing a short story, or having your first conversation in English. These little moments matter more than you think. Now let's talk about a simple but powerful tool, the dictionary. Whether it's a small paper dictionary or an app on your phone, make it your best friend. Whenever you come across a new word, look it up right away. Don't just read the meaning. Say the word out loud and try to use it in a sentence. For example, if you learn the word delicious, try using it like this. This pizza is delicious. The more you use the word, the better you'll remember it. I used to carry a mini dictionary in my backpack, and every time I had a break, I'd review new words. It made a big difference. So here's the truth. Patience and curiosity go hand in hand. Be kind to yourself while you learn, and don't be afraid to stop and ask, what does this mean? With time and consistency, you'll be amazed at how far you've come. Keep going, you're doing great. Who says learning English has to be boring? One of the best ways to keep learning exciting is to play games in English. That's right. Learning can feel like playing. There are tons of fun games you can try, like puzzles, word searches, memory games, or even quizzes. You can play them on your phone, online, or with friends. I used to play a simple word game where we had to come up with as many words as possible using certain letters. It was fun, and I learned a bunch of new words without even realizing it. Games help you learn without stress, and they keep your brain active. So if you ever feel tired of studying, take a break and play a learning game. You'll still be improving your English. Another great tip is to start thinking in English. At first, this might feel weird or even impossible, but little by little, it becomes natural. Start small. When you look at something, try to name it in English. If you're walking down the street, think to yourself, the sky is blue, or I see a dog. You don't need to speak out loud, just train your mind to use English. The more you think in English, the faster you'll be able to speak without translating in your head. This habit makes your brain work in English, which is a huge step toward fluency. Now, let's talk about something very important: setting goals. Goals keep you focused and motivated. Without goals, it's easy to lose direction. But when you have something to aim for, learning becomes exciting. Start with small, simple goals, like learning 5 new words a day, or reading 1 page of an English book each night. As you achieve these small goals, you'll feel more confident and proud of yourself. I remember how happy I felt when I finished my first English book. It was only 20 pages, but it felt like a big win. Over time, I kept setting bigger goals, and my progress grew faster than I expected. Finally, don't forget to review what you've learned. Many people learn new things, but forget them after a few days. That's why reviewing is so important. Go back and read your notes. Look at the words you wrote last week. Watch a video you watched before and try to understand more this time. The more you review, the more you remember, and the more confident you become. I used to review my notebook every weekend. I'd read my old sentences, correct mistakes, and see how much I had improved. It only took 10 to 15 minutes, but it made a big difference. These habits will help you learn faster, stay motivated, and enjoy the journey. English is not just a subject, it's a skill you build every day. Keep going, and you'll be amazed at how far you can go. Learning English, or any new language, isn't just about grammar rules and vocabulary. It's also about your mindset, the way you think and feel during the learning process has a huge impact on how far you go. That's why it's so important to stay positive. There will be times when learning feels slow. Maybe you don't understand a word, or maybe you forget something you just learned. That's normal. Don't beat yourself up. Instead of thinking, "I'll never get this," try saying, "I don't understand this yet, but I will." Positive thinking keeps you going when things get tough. Believe that you can learn because you truly can. One of the biggest things that stops people from speaking English is the fear of making mistakes. But here's the truth. Everyone makes mistakes, even native speakers. Mistakes are not a sign of failure. They're a sign that you're learning and trying. When you say something wrong, don't feel embarrassed. Just learn from it and keep moving forward. I used to be afraid to speak in English because I didn't want to sound silly. But once I accepted that mistakes are part of the process, I actually started to enjoy speaking more. And guess what? The more mistakes I made, the faster I improved. So instead of trying to be perfect, aim to be brave and consistent. Make mistakes. Learn from them. Celebrate them. They're your best teachers. Most importantly, try to enjoy the learning process. Don't treat English like a boring school subject. Make it part of your life. Watch a funny show in English. Sing your favorite songs. Write a short story or a journal entry. Talk to yourself in the mirror. These little things can turn learning into something exciting and fun. I used to smile every time I learned a new word or understood a full sentence in a movie. It felt like a small victory. Those moments gave me energy to keep going. Find joy in the small steps, and you'll never feel like giving up. Learning English is not a race, it's a journey. There will be ups and downs, but if you keep your mind open, stay positive, and enjoy the process, you'll go further than you ever imagined. If you really want to improve your English, here's a powerful tip. Make English part of your everyday life. Don't limit it to a classroom or a study session. Instead, surround yourself with English as much as you can. Start with something simple. Change the language on your phone to English. It might feel confusing at first, but soon you'll learn words like settings, calendar, and notifications without even thinking about it. Listen to English music while you're getting ready in the morning. Try reading English signs or labels when you go shopping. Little things like these add up, and they help you get used to English in real situations. Another powerful habit is repetition. Repeating what you learn helps you remember it longer. When you hear a new word, don't just hear it once. Say it out loud, write it down, and try using it several times. For example, if you learn the word delicious, use it today to describe your lunch, your coffee, or even your favorite dessert. The more you repeat it, the more natural it becomes. One of the most fun ways to learn is through music and storytelling. English songs are great because they help you remember phrases and pronunciation. Choose songs you like, listen to the lyrics and try singing along. It doesn't matter if you're not a great singer. What matters is practicing your listening and speaking. You can also get creative and make up short stories using new words you've learned. It can be silly, funny, or even a little crazy. The goal is to use the language in a way that sticks in your mind. Another great way to reinforce learning is to use what you've just learned right away. Don't wait. If you've just learned a new word or phrase, write a sentence with it. Say it to a friend. Use it in your journal. When you use new vocabulary immediately, it becomes part of your memory much faster. Speaking of journals, one of the best habits you can develop is keeping a daily English journal. You don't need to write a lot. Just a few sentences each day about your life. What you did, how you felt, what you're thinking about. Over time, your writing will get better, and you'll be able to look back and see how much you've improved. I started with short, simple sentences like, "Today was sunny, I went to school." After a few weeks, I could write full paragraphs without much effort. Writing daily is a great way to track your progress and build confidence. Make English part of your life, not just your study time, and you'll improve faster than you ever imagined. Learning English isn't just about working hard, it's also about working smart. There are many small things you can do to make your learning journey smoother, more enjoyable, and way more effective. Let's start with a simple but powerful habit. Asking questions. If you don't understand something, ask. Ask your teacher, your friend, or even ask yourself by looking it up. Curiosity helps you learn faster. Don't be shy. There are no stupid questions when you're learning. Every question leads you one step closer to understanding. But remember, it's also important to take breaks when you need them. Learning a language is exciting, but if you're too tired, your brain won't absorb anything. When you feel stressed or frustrated, pause. Go for a walk, listen to music, or just relax. A short break can give you fresh energy to keep going. Also, celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Did you finish your first book in English? Learn 10 new words this week. Celebrate. Treat yourself to something you enjoy. These little rewards keep your motivation high and make learning fun. Learning with others can also boost your progress. Find a study buddy or join a learning group. Practice speaking together, share tips, and support each other. I learned so much faster when I had someone to practice with, and it made the journey feel less lonely. Another smart habit is to record yourself speaking English, then listen to it. At first, it might feel weird hearing your own voice, but this is a great way to catch mistakes and improve your pronunciation. And please, don't compare yourself to others. Everyone learns at their own pace. Just because someone speaks better doesn't mean you're behind. Focus on your journey. You're improving every single day, even if it's not always visible. Get creative with your learning. Draw pictures for new words. Write a funny poem, or make a little song with your vocabulary. When you make learning fun, it sticks better, and you'll enjoy it more. Also, try to stay organized. Keep your notes in one place, make lists of words you want to learn, and set up a simple study schedule. It doesn't have to be perfect, just something that helps you stay on track. And finally, be consistent, even if it's just 5 to 10 minutes a day. A little bit every day is much better than a lot once a week. And while you're at it, be kind to yourself. If you're not making progress as fast as you want, that's okay. You're doing your best, and that's what matters. If you want to take your English learning to the next level, it's time to get a little more creative. These strategies go beyond the basics and help make learning easier, faster, and a lot more fun. Let's start with something simple and super effective. Flashcards. Write a new English word on one side and its meaning, or a picture, on the other. Review them whenever you have a few minutes, on the bus, during a break, or right before bed. Flashcards are great for memorizing vocabulary, especially when you use them often and shuffle them around to test yourself. Another game-changing tip is immersion. This means surrounding yourself with as much English as possible. Watch movies, change your phone language, read signs, think in English, even talk to yourself. The more your brain is bathed in English, the faster it will learn. You don't have to live in an English-speaking country to do this. You just need to bring English into your world. Also, always stay curious and eager to learn. Ask questions. Wonder why a phrase is used a certain way. Explore new words and expressions. Curiosity keeps you engaged, and engaged learners make faster progress. From time to time, take a moment to review and adjust your goals. Maybe you've already reached your goal of learning 10 new words a week. Great. Now aim for 15. Or maybe you need to slow down and focus on speaking. Either way, setting the right goals helps you stay on track and feel motivated. Speaking of motivation, don't forget to use online tools. There are amazing websites, apps, videos, and games made for learners just like you. Many of them are free, and they make learning interactive and fun. Find the ones that work best for you and use them regularly. It also helps to learn about the culture behind the language. English is more than just grammar and vocabulary. It's also about how people live, think, and communicate. Explore holidays, traditions, food, and daily life in English-speaking countries. Understanding the culture will help you understand the language better. Another important tip is to keep your motivation high. Celebrate your wins, reward yourself, and find things that inspire you. Maybe it's a goal to travel, a favorite English song, or a dream job. Whatever it is, use it to push forward when things get hard. Also, get used to different English accents. English sounds different in the US, the UK, Australia, and beyond. Listening to a mix of accents will improve your understanding and help you feel more confident in real-life conversations. Whenever possible, practice in real situations. Order food in English. Ask for directions. Start a conversation with a traveler or join a language exchange group. Real-life practice is where you grow the most. And finally, be open to learning new things every day. English is always evolving, and there's always something new to discover. New words, fun expressions, cool slang. Keep learning and enjoy the ride. There's no one perfect way to learn English. The best method is the one that works for you. That's why it's so helpful to try different techniques and mix things up from time to time. Let's dive into even more creative ways to keep your English growing every single day. One smart habit is to make your own sentences with new words. The more you use a word, the more it sticks in your memory. Don't just memorize the meaning. Use it in real situations. If you learn the word beautiful, say things like, "This sunset is beautiful," or "My mum has a beautiful smile." Simple real-life examples help you connect with the word. You can also learn a lot by watching TV shows in English. Unlike formal lessons, shows use everyday language. You'll hear slang, natural expressions, and how people actually talk. Start with subtitles, then try watching without them as you improve. Shows like Friends, The Office, or Modern Family are fun and packed with useful phrases. Be brave and try new things. Listen to a podcast, write a short story, or even act out a scene in English. These out-of-the-box activities make learning exciting and help you remember better. To stay balanced, focus on one skill at a time. Maybe Monday is for listening, Tuesday for writing, Wednesday for speaking, and so on. Giving attention to each skill helps you improve faster without feeling overwhelmed. Also, make sure to connect new words with your daily life. For example, if you learn tall, look at a building and say, "That building is tall." This makes the word meaningful and much easier to remember. No matter where you are in your journey, always believe in yourself. Confidence is key. Don't say, "I can't." Say, "I'm learning." Even one word learned today is progress. Be proud of every little step. Celebrate those wins. Did you write your first full sentence in English? That's amazing. Each small success builds your confidence and keeps your motivation alive. Another great way to improve your listening skills is by tuning in to English radio. It helps you get used to natural speaking speed, different voices, and a variety of topics. You might not understand everything at first, but keep listening. Your ears will adjust over time. Think of learning English as an adventure. Every new word is a treasure, and every sentence you write is a new road travelled. With this mindset, even hard days feel exciting. You can also make learning more fun by using language learning apps. Many of them include games, speaking challenges, daily goals, and personalised lessons. They make learning feel less like studying and more like playtime. Visual aids are another big help. Use pictures, diagrams, and videos to learn and remember better. Seeing things helps your brain process and store information faster. And don't be afraid to go back to basics if you need to. Sometimes reviewing old lessons gives you a stronger foundation to move forward. It's not a step back, it's a smart way to keep building up. Lastly, set little rewards for yourself. Finished a chapter in a book. Treat yourself to your favorite snack. Hit your vocabulary goal. Watch a movie. Rewards make learning feel like a game, one you'll actually want to keep playing. Learning English is not a race. It's a beautiful journey, just like taking care of a garden. You don't plant a seed today and expect a flower tomorrow. You water it, give it sunlight, and patiently watch it grow. The same goes for English. Every new word you learn is like planting a tiny seed, and every sentence you speak is like seeing a flower bloom. Some days your garden may grow quickly. Other days, not much happens. And that's okay. What matters most is that you keep showing up, keep practicing, and keep believing in yourself. Over time, your language garden will be full of colour, confidence, and progress. Along the way, don't forget the power of community. You are not alone in this journey. There are millions of people all around the world learning English, just like you. So share your experiences, talk about what works for you, and encourage others who are also learning. We grow faster when we grow together. Now it's your turn. What's your favorite way to learn English? What has helped you the most on your journey? Leave a comment below and let's inspire each other. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and share it with a friend who's learning English too. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new lesson or story. Remember, be patient, keep practicing, enjoy the process. Your English journey is blooming. One word, one sentence, one step at a time.